Hey everybody, here's part two of the video I did with Shawn and Rashidah. Again, they got married in August 2023 at Generations Resort. So stay tuned, let's see what they have to say. From the vacation perspective, what were your favorite parts about the resort outside of the wedding, just hanging out there and being on vacation?
Like I said, the poolside event. We was able to go to the pool and even going to the bar, and like all of us, all of our family and friends, we went to one of the bars on camp on the resort, and we hung out. They let us play music, and we just sat there, and everybody mingled and listened to music, and had some drinks.
How about restaurants? Did you enjoy the restaurants?
Yes.
Food was delicious. The food was the same as it was a year ago when we went. And that was a fear. I was like, when we go home a year, an event, we come, you're in advance. What if the chef changes? The food was still the same. It was delicious. And they were very accommodating to people who had, different types of gluten allergies, allergies. It was really on point. And they also ensured that we had enough food. There was so many of us that like cocktail hour, the food was flowing, reception, the food was flowing. We did not have food at our welcome reception. We had it in an open space, but they did let us hook our speakers up. There was enough liquor for us to enjoy, good cocktails and so forth. And we were out there, we shut it down. They literally started to turn the lights off on us every other night at Guacamaya's, just enjoying that type of service.
Well, for everybody to know, if they were turning the lights off, that means you were there past 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning.
Yes, it was 1:30 and
Okay.
All night. Yes.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I want people to know it's not like this resort shuts down at 10
Oh
p.m. like
no.
other resorts do.
It's like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
because this reception ended at 11 and everyone bust on over to Guacamaya's and we shuttled over and we stayed until about 1:30, 2 o'clock. And it is an outdoor space, so it was a little hot, but everyone was just enjoying each other, enjoying the music, enjoying cocktails, and just the good vibes.
And Shawn, you made a comment which we hear a lot from guests. They love the idea that room service is included specifically at that resort in every room category. Plus, you have mini bars. And my favorite of the room service, and I'm not sure if they had it when you were there, are the brownies and the chicken wings and the tacos.
Delicious. Yes.
So, is there anything if someone is planning a destination wedding at El Dorado Generations, are there any, say, 2 or 3 hints or tips that you could give them as a now experienced bride in working with that resort?
I would definitely say take advantage of the ability to plan ahead. Most resorts or organizations you may work with don't allow you to plan so far out. We were planning a whole year and a half out with you all and with Anna Maria and their team. And by the time we were about 6 to 7 months out, our wedding was basically planned. It was to the point that I was like, well, should I be doing something? I was concerned that I had not got something done. But they had literally locked in not only the locations, but our pampas, our flowers, our backdrops we had, the seating, the napkins, everything was seamless. They had already locked us in. So by the time we got there, it was good to go. So that's one of the first things is take advantage of that extended time to plan and also take advantage of the resort. There's so many different things you can do on the resort. Think about planning it for your wedding. We utilize a different open spaces that were not private, but was free for our welcome reception. That was a great thing too. There were so many different spaces you didn't have to actually pay for to use for your wedding. And that was a big help with us because we were on a tight budget. We planned our wedding on our own with our own money. So that was a great experience as well to be like, okay, great. Anna Maria, where can we go and not spend extra money on top of, the ceremony or reception space? And she was like, oh, we can use this space and go and take it over. And we did. We went and plugged our phones up and they let us play music over the speakers and enjoy the late night cocktails. And there was swings and everything. So take advantage of the space on the resort, most definitely.
In terms of the food for your reception, as I recall, you guys were part of a promotion called Cash for Bash or Free Private Event. They changed that. So that helped you save a lot of money, didn't it?
Definitely did.
And because people are always worried with these promotions that they just give you bad stuff. But you got to pick all your food, your beverage, everything, right? I mean, they had a lot of different menu options for you.
Yes, so we had beef, chicken, salmon, and vegetarian.
Yeah.
And then me specifically, I had the surf and turf, which was lobster and steak.
No one else has surf and turf.
Okay.
Shawn.
So I did the surf and turf and all the food. The appetizers, they did different salads. They were still open. The bar was still open.
All night.
And how about I think I was told that you actually had like a signature cocktail or something for events.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes. It was
And
at the cocktail hour and the reception. It was free of charge.
okay, so they didn't charge you. You came up
No.
with the signature cocktail, or they suggested some, or
No,
your
we have a
favorite drink?
friend here who was a bartender, and he made Shawn had the Badger Blitz, and I had the Sheeta Shenanigans.
Okay, that's cool. But again, they didn't charge anything extra for that. That was all part of it. And
Nope,
that's amazing because a lot of resorts charge extra for that. So you didn't feel nickeled and dimed by the resort. It wasn't as though every time you were turning around, like, pay for this, pay for that. They kind of told you up front what it was going to cost. You had a spreadsheet, from what I understand.
Yes.
And you kind of knew up front what the variables were going to be.
Yeah. And they also, in a lot of different ways, being very transparent, they upgraded a lot of our items for us. Again, that's relationship building and kindness, common decency. It's the whole planning process, not only with the resort, but you all's coordination and your relationship building that you had with the resort from previous weddings and visits made that also a seamless process for us, because they had love and respect for you all professionally and on different levels. They were like, oh yeah, we love Jack, we love Jared, yeah, we love his wife. So that also was helpful too, because they knew we were coming from a good recommendation from good people.
Thank you very much for that. I mean, look, what I tell people about that resort specifically is the staff there is amazing. There is not, you do not walk down a path and a gardener does not say hola or buenos dias, right? These people at that resort, I mean, are just truly caring staff. There are people, there are 3 generations of people. You walk in a restaurant, if you can't find something on the menu, the chef will come out and make it for you.
Definitely will.
But it's one of my favorite resorts. I think it's a resort everybody should think about for a destination wedding, because as you said, the experience overall for you as the bride and groom was amazing. And the experience for your guests, we know from talking to them, we didn't hear anybody say that was terrible, I would never go back. We heard quite the opposite. Like I said, the thing we heard repeatedly was, I wish I would have booked a longer stay because I didn't get to do this, and this, tequila tasting, whatever it may be, plug in, fill in the blank, because there's so much, to Shawn's point, to do at that resort that no one can go bored. And there's no reason to spend extra money to go out of the resort and do stuff, because you can be busy all day and all night long at that resort. Wow. Well, that's all I want to hear, is that they took good care of you. They took care of your guests. And I'm glad you guys had a great time. So everybody, again, this was Shawn and Rashidah got married, and it was at Generations, El Dorado Royale, and El Dorado Casita, a great option for a big wedding with adults, children, but adults that don't want to be around children. But have your, right, but you can still have your wedding with the kids attending. So thank you guys very much again. And I look forward to seeing more and more of the pictures.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you.
You're welcome.